Rule of law, meaning and concept. According to Professor A.V. Dicey, the rule of law has three distinct meanings or principles. It is a fundamental principle which ensures that governmental power is exercised according to law and that individual rights are protected against arbitrary action. Supremacy of law. The first meaning of the rule of law is the absolute supremacy or predominance of regular law over arbitrary power. It means that no person can be punished or subjected to any restriction except for a breach of law established through the ordinary legal process. The rule of law, therefore, excludes arbitrariness and prevents the government from exercising unrestricted or arbitrary discretionary powers. Every governmental authority must act according to law and within the limits prescribed by law. Equality before law. The second meaning of the rule of law is equality before the law or the equal subjection of all persons to the ordinary law of the land administered by the ordinary courts. According to Dicey, all persons, irrespective of their positions or status, are subject to the same ordinary law. A person holding a high public office, such as a minister, as well as ordinary public servant or private citizen, is equally governed by law and is personally liable for any act done in violation of it. Dicey contrasted this principle with the French system of droit administratif, under which disputes between government authorities and citizens were dealt with by separate administrative tribunals. He considered such a system inconsistent with the English concept of the rule of law. On this basis, Dicey argued that administrative law did not exist in England in the same sense as it existed in France. Predominance of the legal spirit. The third meaning of the rule of law relates to the predominance of the legal spirit. Dicey stated that in England, constitutional principles are not the source but the consequence of individual rights as defined and enforced by the courts. In other words, individual rights are protected through the ordinary courts, and constitutional principles have developed through judicial decisions recognizing and enforcing those rights. Conclusion. Thus, according to Dicey, the rule of law is based upon the fundamental principles, the supremacy of law, equality before the law, and the predominance of the legal spirit. These principles ensure that governmental authorities is exercised according to law and that individuals are protected against arbitrary exercise of state power.